Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis with another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's take a step back and enjoy Enter Sandman. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Virginia Tech's offense will have the first possession of the game. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end involved in games. It shouldn't be any different in this one. He's a massive part of what they do throwing.
And I think that's the biggest problem, to have a great quarterback. He knows exactly where he's looking. I'm going to my great tight end. It's good individual matchups. How do you want to play him? Do you want to put a safety on him? Do you want to put a linebacker on him? Like, great recognition from a QB finding a great player is not great things for the defense.
Looking for room at the 40. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad. And
there he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Hokies are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 82 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Syracuse's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Leaves it with the back. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Been really impressed. This offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
The give on the option.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass. Looking deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Syracuse will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really...
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll do it himself.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that third down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel... down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Syracuse right back at it.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Quickly out to the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
The big fella, the tight end, the... receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Snagged out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Hokies are rolling down the field. Bringing the heat. And as he throws, incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
To the air. It's Barnett. Another incompletion on third down. And the Hokies will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. They'll try to run for it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's got a chance. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fires downfield. Intercepted to stop the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
And the throw out to the sideline, good, just a few yards. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Quickly complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They run the reverse. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Syracuse right back at it. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Barnett. Right on the money. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Selden. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fires to the big fella. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's Green. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Syracuse right back at it.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's McFadden. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Orange will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in, it's Green. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense going all in to stop the run. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and touchdown, Virginia Tech. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get to the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And here's the return. And the returner is stopped. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Willis. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Syracuse right back at it.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Makes the catch. It's Green. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Hokies are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hokies. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody does. cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Gives it on the option. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here comes the hurry up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this off.
Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. How about this group taking the lunch pail, going to work, clocking in, and strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Runs through a tackle. Past the 30. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Skips away from pressure. Fires to the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Syracuse right back at it. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the run, it's James. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Finds this big tight end. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They try to pop a run on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Finds the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Got enough for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
On the option. The pitch. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's James. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. Gets the 1st himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.